Hey guys, Nabil here. Hope everyone is doing great. We are almost a week from the Street Fighter 6 closed beta, and we're all hoping we're gonna get into the game so we can try this amazing looking game. Now, I was lucky enough to be able to play the game for 4 days straight last week at EGX London 2022, and I had a blast. And I've been making videos about things that I noticed in, playing the beta, playing the TGS and EGX build for a while. The thing that I think is very important, and I also believe that a lot of people don't see it how it is the drive mechanic. And obviously it is the main game system for Street Fighter 6. So we're gonna talk about this, and I'm gonna let you know about some cool stuff that I didn't know and you probably don't, and how we've been all wrong about this system from the beginning. So before I do that, a gentle reminder to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so that you are notified whenever I drop a new video, whether it's about Street Fighter 6 or the King of Fighters 15 or any other fighting game or lore from about fighting games. Also, if you are a Street Fighter fan, then you gotta check the Street Fighter Story Explained, where I go in details about the lore and story of Street Fighter from before the time of Street Fighter 1 lead into Street Fighter 6. 2 episodes have been released, so more are on the way. So check that out. The link is in the description and also on the top of this video. Now let us talk about the drive mechanic. Now the drive mechanic, as I said, is the main game system for Street Fighter 6. You probably have noticed, maybe you probably know the details, but there is a gauge underneath the life meter for each of the characters, and that's your drive meter, and it really changes things. The drive meter is everything, and we knew since the beginning that drive meter management is key, right? So briefly I'll explain what the drive meter is. So the drive meter is split into 6 stocks, 6 small stocks, so 6 levels, if you will, of the drive meter, and each move using that drive meter will drain that meter, obviously. So for example, we have the EX moves, which are now called overdrive moves, done with 2 buttons, like a Hadouken. And EX Hadouken is a quarter circle forward and 2 buttons instead of 1. And unlike the previous Street Fighter games, it does not take from your super meter, because that's separate, but it's actually taken from the drive meter, right? So that's the basic one. You can do that, and then you can go ahead and do an EX move, and it's going to cost you a bit of the drive meter, and the drive meter does generate over time, right? Another tool that you can do using the drive meter is the parry. So when you parry, you can parry is pretty easy just by holding 2 buttons, and it actually parries all the moves, but it really drains your drive meter, so you can just do it randomly, right? However, if you do a perfect parry, those will not allow you. You're not going to lose any meter. And of course, then you also have the drive impact, which is the new glorified focus attack done by pressing the 2 heavy buttons. That also drains some of your drive meter, which again regenerates with time, right? And then we have the biggest, and I really think it's the most important mechanic of Street Fighter 6, and that's the drive cancel, or the drive not the drive rush, because we still have the drive rush, which is getting out of a focus attack, hidden focus attack, or the parry, and double taps to the front, and then you have a drive rush, which allows you to get closer to your opponent and do some damaging combos. But the drive cancel is quite important. Drive cancel allows you to cancel certain moves into others just by tapping forward without doing any buttons. And doing that is really costs a lot of meter. It actually, each drive cancel costs 3 stocks from the drive meter. So that means you can do, if you do 2 successful drive cancels, you are out of the drive meter. So, and that actually was kind of surprising to most of us playing the game, because my understanding, and that of many, and probably you as well, is that you gotta do everything not to go into the burnout mode. Now the burnout state is when you actually run out of your drive meter. You enter the burnout state, and it takes a little while to get the drive meter back. So when I was playing the game, the first couple days at least, my whole goal was not to get into that burnout state, because it is dangerous. Once you get into that state, you can get wall bounce, you get chip damage. It is scary when you are in the burnout state. It is quite scary. There's a level of tension and stress that gets added to the overall, your overall feelings about the match. But the thing is, the burnout thing, the burnout state is not something you're gonna avoid. You're gonna have to learn to play the game with the burnout state, because if you want to use the game system, if you want to use it to its fullest, you are absolutely going to get into a burnout state. And that was my surprise. I have been, and I've seen other players, not always, but at least once or twice in a match you are in a burnout. Everybody gets into the burnout state. It is not something that you can avoid. It is not there to be that mysterious, scary place you don't want to go into. It's not the room, the dark room you don't want to get into. You have to get into it, and you have to learn to play in the burnout state. There are ways around it, right? You can just not get into it, but if you do that, you're not really utilizing the system. You are at a disadvantage if you don't use the drive cancels, if you don't use the EX moves, if you don't use the drive in. But yes, you can do an EX move and then wait for it to be filled again. The drive meter is filled before doing another one, or doing one drive cancel and then stop. But that's gonna limit you. That's gonna limit you, especially if you're playing against a player who know what they're doing. Especially if you're playing against a player who utilizes the entire system as it should be. And then you are gonna get into a burnout state. And if you don't know how to manage, how to play in a burnout state, you are going to get wrecked. And that's what Street Fighter 6 system about. It is about managing meter, but I believe, in my humble opinion, it is 50% about managing meter, and the other 50% is about learning how to play the game in the burnout state. This is gonna differentiate between the good players and the casual players. The good players and the pro players are gonna have to learn how to play the game and win in the burnout state. And I gotta say, for me, this was the biggest reveal out of everything I learned. Yes, I learned the game, I saw the characters, how fun they are, I love the gameplay and everything, but the burnout state is important, and it's something you have to learn to live in it. You have to learn to play in it and win in it, which is going to be quite a challenge, and quite excited. I am quite excited to see what people are going to do in that burnout state. Now, as I said, the closed beta for Street Fighter 6 is happening next week, so hopefully we're all going to get into that closed beta, and we're going to test the netcode and play against each other, and we'll have more to say about Street Fighter 6, and then you'll see what I'm talking about managing meter, but not only that, also about learning how to play in the burnout state. Now, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. More videos are coming your way about Street Fighter 6, King of Fighters 15, and all other fighting games. I hope you guys enjoyed what I had to say. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and until next time, thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this video from Neogeonow. Now don't forget to like and subscribe if you have not done so, and I would like to take this opportunity and thank my patrons for supporting the channel and making this content possible. Making daily videos, and especially the documentaries and lore episodes, takes a very long time and a lot of effort, and being able to get some support for these time-consuming tasks allow me to keep going and strive for more and better content. With that said, I want to give a big special shout out to Michael, Brian Tiard, Fahad Al-Suwaidi, Jacques Paul, Berugadono, and Enrique Sandoval, as well as special thanks to Shaka Asamia, Refugio Robles, Felipe Guimara, Jihao Ju, Muhammad Al-Blushi, Anthony Longino, Burned Retinas, Lily Wong Esmeralda, Goran, and Dangerman 1973. Those of you who are not yet Neogeonow patrons, I hope you will check my Patreon page where you can become patrons, helping the channel produce more videos, as well as receive special perks that are exclusive to patrons, like early access to videos, exclusive making-offs, and other SNK digital goodies. Link for the NeoGeo Patreon page is in the description below. So until next time, thank you for watching.